Hi, welcome back for another video. My name is Marissa and I am the creator behind Missouri Makes. Today's video is going to be like last week's video where I show you 10 different free patterns to make for spring. Last week's video, if you hadn't seen it, is 10 free knitted patterns, and I will leave a link up here. I don't know if I'm on the right corner or not. Plus I'll leave a link down in the description box where you can find all of the free patterns on Ravelry. And it's a mixture of things like PDFs and free versions on the designer's website. So this week what we're going to do is we're going to cover 10 free crochet patterns because me personally, I'm a knitter and a crocheter, and I don't want to leave anybody out. So I'm covering 10 free crochet patterns this week. And actually, last week there was 11 because of the shawl that I was wearing at the time is also a free pattern. This one, before we get into the rest of the video, this that I'm wearing is the crochet herringbone poncho, which is a free video tutorial on my channel. It will be linked down in the description box down below so that you will be able to find it if you want to make it. This one is really good for spring. I don't know if you've ever done the herringbone stitch or not. It's super easy. It's very light. I used a number 3 weight yarn, and I don't remember the hook size. Maybe a 5mm or 5.5, I can't remember. It says it in the video. But I used a number 3 weight yarn for this poncho. This is Lion Brand Mandela. I don't remember the colorway off the top of my head. But there will be a link where you can find this yarn as well. But I love, love, love the colorway. This is an old colorway. To me, it's like a classic. But you can find that down in the description box down below. And let's go ahead and get started. I have my handy dandy phone so that I can look up the patterns and tell you more about them, because I don't want to mislead you. So I have my list. It's a big notepad that I write everything down on to because I'm very, very forgetful. Let's see, crochet patterns. Let me find the first one. And like the last video, I will try my best to pronounce the name of the pattern, but the name of the designer will be with the photo that is here. Just so you know. Let's see, what else do I need to cover? All of the links to the patterns that I mentioned in this video will be linked down in the description box. So if you find one of these that you want to make for spring, they'll be here. You'll see the picture here with the name of the designer, and if you'll go down in the description box and find the name of the pattern down below, then you click on that link and you'll be able to get the pattern. So the first one, which is here, is called the Meso Cardigan. It was done last year about in May, it says. So it's not a new one, but it is made with Lion Brand Kobu. And Kobu, I don't know how you pronounce it. This is it. It's made with this yarn here, which is a number 3 weight yarn. Very soft. It is a cotton and bamboo blend. So it's going to be super, I don't know if it would be light, like weight-wise, but it's not going to be hot like wool would be. So this is a good pattern for the spring. Like I said, it's a DK weight. It uses a 6mm J crochet hook, so it's going to go by pretty fast. It says that it takes 1,856 to 3,248 yards depending on what size you choose, and each skein has 232 yards in it, so it's going to take quite a few of these to make this. But if this is something that you like, then it's well worth it. The sizes come in small to 4X. There's a couple sizes missing in this because I usually like to have a pattern that goes from extra small to 5X because I just want things to be size inclusive personally. But it is not a bad range of sizes. So it only comes in one language, which is English. It says that it uses baubles or popcorns. Afterthought pocket. In the round. What's in the round? I guess it would be the sleeves. Oversized. So if you wanted it, say you're a size large and you made a medium, it would probably fit the way it's supposed to fit instead, because it's supposed to be oversized. It says that there is a video tutorial for this pattern. Seamless, which is awesome. Does it say how many inches? This says that it is lightweight. So if you made it out of this, she's saying that it will be a lightweight garment, which is awesome. It does not, I'm not seeing here where it says what the recommended ease is. But let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say the sizes here in the description box, but it has links and everything where you can find this pattern available for free, so you can get all of the information that I can't find here on Ravelry. You can get all of that information on her website. So that's awesome. It says that there's a very in-depth, step-by-step video tutorial to guide you, which is good. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, this one is not a garment. This is actually something I actually am thinking about making it for like farmers markets, or, you know, I'm not one to just go yard selling, but I do like a yard sale every once in a while. Here in Doniphan, Missouri, we have one that is yearly. I think it happens around, I think in July. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it's in July. They do a yearly yard sale type thing, and everybody gathers together, and it's down the highway, and you just go. And this would be something cool to make for that. I'll have a picture here. This one is called the Wild Rose Market Bag, and as you can see, it looks, to me, it looks like she has made motifs and stitched them together. How she stitched them together, I am not 100% on. It's yes, granny square, 5.75 inches by 5.75 inches. It takes a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook, which is an F, and a 2.75 millimeter crochet hook, which is a C. And if that is not your cup of tea, having little crochet hooks, this may not be the pattern for you, but it is pretty nonetheless. And I don't see why you couldn't use a bigger hook. And the yarn that she uses is Lion Brand 24/7 cotton, which is a worsted weight, and she's using a tiny hook. I'm assuming so that it is stiff. So if you lined your bag or something like that, taking and using a bigger hook, I don't think would be that big of a deal. This is the Lion Brand 24/7 cotton, so I'm assuming that it is a 100% cotton that you use. It says 570 to 610 yards. Width is 16 inches, which is 40 centimeters. Height, 16.5 inches, which is 42 centimeters. Straps are about 20 inches, which is 50 centimeters. It comes in languages English. It says that there is a photo tutorial to go along with this, so if there's something confusing in the pattern, that should help you. It says it's seamed, which we had already mentioned. She has accompanying step-by-step tutorials, which are linked in the description of the pattern. This pattern looks like it is a paid pattern for the PDF, but she does have a free version on her website that you can check out. And from the looks of it, there is only one size in this pattern, which is fine. This pattern is a beautiful, beautiful pattern, and I even love the color. Granted, I would probably pick a purple, but it is a very nice pattern nonetheless. She is a very well-known designer. She works with Lion Brand a lot, from what I can tell. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so this next pattern, which will be here, is a sweater, actually, but it says it's made in sheepshees. I don't know how you pronounce that. I've heard many people try. I don't know how you pronounce it, but oops, okay, Stonewashed, which is a sport weight yarn. So it's a lighter yarn, and she uses a 4mm, which is a G, and a 3.5, which is an E. So the reason I chose this one for this video is because I've never used the yarn that she uses in this pattern, and it's not a new pattern, but it's beautiful nonetheless. The reason I chose this one is because it's a lot of filet crochet. There's a lot of holes in this sweater. So even if you chose to use a cotton, if this is not cotton, I don't know. If you chose to use a cotton, or if you chose to use a silk blend, or whatever you chose, it has filet crochet in it, so there's going to be a lot of space for air to come in to keep you cool. That's why I chose this one. But it's beautiful. I love the diamond pattern on this garment here. She makes long sleeve, but I'm sure that in the pattern you can figure out how to make it short sleeve, so it would be even better for summer. It is a paid pattern, but it says that there is a version available for free on her website. It comes in sizes small to 2X. Not the best size range, but with crochet it's a little bit more forgiving, and if you wanted to try to make it bigger, then ripping out crochet is a whole lot easier than ripping out knitting. So if you wanted to attempt ripping out and making a bigger size, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. It says that it takes 1,200 to 1,700 yards depending on what size you choose. There's not a lot of information on this, but it says that there is a chart available. Filet crochet, like we had talked. Positive ease. That's another thing, is in this sweater. So if you chose a 2X, then with the positive ease in it, it may fit a 3X, you know. Depending on how much ease you want in your garment will depend on what size you choose. But it says that it is made top down raglan sleeve. I don't know why that's so hard to say, but raglan sleeve. Yeah, it says 3/4 sleeve, which I'm assuming is 3/4. It's a very beautiful pattern. I've seen her patterns a lot around on the Pinterest and Instagram and stuff. So, okay, let's go on to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go on to number 4. Okay, so I am loving this pattern. This is a basic t-shirt style tee that's got a simple v-neck on this, and it is stunning. I would do the same as the designer and do a solid color and have this in my wardrobe. I could do many colors and mix and match with my outfits that I have. This is one that the possibilities are endless when it comes to color. It is a basic but very elegant style tee for crochet. You don't see this very often. Well, I take that back. Here lately they have been coming out with stuff like that, but back whenever I started crocheting 10 years ago, it wasn't really like that. So this one is called the Sweet Summer Tea. And let's see what the details are on. It is not a new pattern. It was made in 2020, but nonetheless it is beautiful. It is made, again, out of the Kobu, which means that it's going to be light. And it's a DK weight yarn. She uses a 4mm G, which is not small, not big, it's just kind of in between. Says that she uses 865 yards to 1,350 yards, depending on what size you choose. And this one is very size inclusive. This one goes from extra small to 5X. And so hopefully there is a size in there that you can choose that will fit. And with this one looks like a simple stitch. So if you wanted to make it smaller for your kiddos or grandkiddos, or if you needed a size bigger than what's recommended in here, this looks like it would be simple enough that you could change the size if you wanted to. It is written only in one language, which is English. Says that it is worked bottom up, worked flat. So maybe these are worked in pieces and then seamed on the sides. I'm not sure. Let's see. She has a free pattern on her blog. It is a paid pattern, and the paid pattern is cheap. It's only $3.50 US for the pattern. That's cheap. But she does have a free pattern she has a free version of this pattern over on her website, so you don't have to pay. The description says the summer tee is perfect for beginners. The simple stitches and easy shaping make for a fun and quick project. The slightly oversized fit makes it extra comfy and wearable. And I agree. This looks beautiful. And it says that there is a kit through Lion Brand where you can purchase. It'll have the set amount of yarn that you need for the size that you want, and you can purchase the kit and get the pattern, all that all together if you wanted to do that. I will have everything linked down in the description box below. These here that I added, you'll see a picture here, these are the ammonite wrist warmers. I don't know how to pronounce that word. The name of the pattern will be with the picture. But I put these on here because, like today, this week I have been working on trying to get out and walk, because being cooped up in the house, I was cooped up in the house all winter because it was too cold to do anything. And now that it's starting to be bearable outside, I've been trying to get out and walk a little bit, because just sitting in the house is not good for you. And so right now, today, it's chilly. I was wearing my hoodie outside to go walk because the wind is what makes it chilly. And so these, on a day like this where it's not cold but it is chilly, these wrist warmers would be an amazing thing to have. And I love the construction of this. I don't know if, see, there's a button on it, and I don't know if these are sewn like this or if you can unbutton it and pull it off your hand like that. I don't know. And so I thought that these were very interesting. But anyways, these are only made with 170 to 186 yards for this pattern. And so you could use scrap yarn for this. I mean, now if you had a small skein, something like this actually has more on it. This is 232 yards, and the maximum amount that it says on here is 186 yards. So you could get by with a partial skein to make these. It says that they're made bottom up. There's a chart, photo tutorial. It's textured, which obviously. It is a paid pattern. It says 350 GPP. I don't know. Which is about $4.78 US. But he, I don't know who it is that, what's the pattern? Okay. They have a free version available on their website as a photo tutorial, and so you should be able to make this, hopefully. It's one that I am actually considering because I do love the texture and everything to do with this. So that's pretty cool. On to the next one. Okay, so this one here I chose because it looks like a great on-the-go project bag for your projects. I mean, the way it's constructed, it has a wide handle on it. Okay, reverse. This is called the Adderley project bag or basket. But it has a wide strap on it so that it'll sit comfortably on your arm while you crochet or knit, whichever. It looks big, so you would be able to hold a lot of yarn in it. This is a 2021 pattern, so not the newest, but still very nice. It is made with Knit Picks. It is made with Knit Picks Dishy Solids, which is a worsted weight yarn. And it looks like it takes a 4.5mm crochet hook. Isn't that a G? I don't know, it doesn't have the letter on it on this one. But it says that there's 3 different sizes, so that's awesome. It takes anywhere from 189 yards to 421 yards, depending on what size you make. There's a midi, a mini, a midi, and a maxi. And it is written in English. It says that it is a bottom-up construction in the round, photo tutorial plus video tutorial. Let's see. This is a free pattern. Looks like you get the PDF for free on here. Let's see. The Adderley project bag is the item every crocheter or knitter needs. The simple modern design is perfect for carrying yarn, crochet hooks, and all of your notions. The wide flat handle makes this bag very comfortable to hold on your wrist, while the larger sizes can also be used as a tote bag. It says the skill level is a beginner. Okay, so the maxi is gray, and that's the one that looks like it's in the picture that most likely is here, or was. I don't know how long I put it up there, but should be up there, which means that that's the biggest size. And in the... Okay, hold on. It says in the photos the mini is the beige bag, while the maxi is the gray bag. So... let's see. Okay, here's another one, which looks like a smaller size. I hope that focused for you. But yeah, I thought that was a really nice pattern. Okay, next one looks like it is made by the same person. I thought that this one was a very nice construction. This is called the Forest Breeze Tee, and it looks like it comes up higher in the front and longer in the back, which may just be the way it sits on her body. I don't know. But it has that simple V-neck, which is a nice touch to this elegant top. Me, I would put like a t-shirt or like I got here, the wide strap t-shirts underneath it, just so that I have a little bit better coverage underneath. This one I really like because it looks like a drop shoulder, which means that the seam for where she seamed the shoulders, it comes down further instead of hits right there at the shoulder. It comes down, and it's just a few rows on the armholes, it looks like, to make the sleeves a little bit longer. This one to me is the perfect length for a t-shirt, and this would go perfect with denim or even like a black skirt, or I would even take and put this over, like I said in the last video, I have a spaghetti strap sundress, and this would be perfect over something like that because it would cover my arms better. Me, I'd prefer not to have all of my arms showing. I kind of like a little bit of sleeve on mine just because I have big arms. But you know, this would be something to go over that pretty good. It, again, an old pattern. The yarn suggested I cannot pronounce, but it says it is a DK weight yarn, 4mm G. So I was wrong on the 4.5. I don't know what the 4.5 is. If maybe an H, I don't know. It takes anywhere from 684 yards to 1367, depending on what size you choose. And she's got this written out for sizes extra small to 3X. So it's a decent size range. Let's see. It says that there's ribbed, so there's ribbing, looks like, on the sleeves and on the bottom of the top. Let's see. Seamed. There's a video tutorial. So it looks like, it says that it is seamed and worked flat. So I'm assuming she works this in panels and then seams the sides up. That's my assumption. Because it does, I can't quite tell on the shoulders if they're seamed. She may take and make the front and back straight and then fold it and seam down the sides, or she may make a front panel and a back panel and seam it down the sides. I don't know. I can't tell by the shoulders if she seamed it or not from this picture, but I'm assuming because it says it's seamed on here, worked flat and seamed, that the sides are seamed up. Let's see. They have a video tutorial to go along with it so that if you have any trouble, you can do that. Let's see. Skill level is easy, so it should be okay for beginners. I mean, as long as you know the basics of what you're doing, if you know how to sew the sides of your garment up, if you've ever done that. If not, there are video tutorials on YouTube that you can find that shows you how to sew up your crochet or your knit fabric so that the seam is basically invisible. But yeah, that's all I have on this one. Let's go on to the next one. And this one is called Sachet Asymmetrical Shawl. And this one is a paid PDF, but on here it says that there is a free version on her website. It is a 2022. It looks like it was made last month. And it says to join her Facebook group to share your mates, get exclusive discounts, cows, and free patterns. So you could go there. They may be doing a cowl on this one. Did I say it was the Sachet Asymmetrical Shawl? It is DK weight, Knit Picks cotton. I've used cotton before, and it's a nice yarn. I thought it was worsted though. It may be DK. I've used the gray color. I had the gray color, and it was a nice yarn. 4mm G hook, 950 to 1050 in the yardage. It is 63 inches by 20 inches. I'm gonna say, with the way that this is done, that you start with a small amount of stitches and increase as you go to get wider. It's a triangle shaped type triangle. It is a triangle shaped type shawl, but it's not like you go in a triangle form. It is more like you have a small amount of stitches and you increase what looks like on one side only and increase it so it goes, let me see if I can do it. So you have it to where it goes like this. and it increases like that. But if you look at the picture, from the way the stitches are laid, it looks like she starts with a small amount and gets bigger and increases only on one side. Let's see. Says that if you want the PDF, this says that if you join her newsletter to learn about new free patterns, blog posts, and promotions, and get a free pattern sent into your inbox and 50% off coupon code for your first purchase. So you could get this pattern for $2.50 instead of $5 if you wanted to get this pattern cheaper. Yeah. Says it is an intermediate skill level, so I would, if you do get this pattern, I would recommend reading through the whole entire pattern and researching the stitches and how it's made so that you can have less problems. Because I know for me, if I pick one that is out of my comfort zone, it takes me longer to make it and I have more accidents in making it. Kind of like my purple shawl, the Layana that I wore in the last video. I had so many problems with it, I just bound off and said I'm done. So always go through the pattern to see. Says that there is 3 colors needed in this pattern, which you could use as many colors as you want. You could use 1. It just depends on what it is that you like. Yeah, it says the shawl is increasing every 3 rows on one side and decreasing every 20 rows on the other side, creating steps. So it creates steps on your shawl. But yeah. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, this one is called the Sawgrass Sweater. This one is crocheted. It is a 2020 pattern, so it's not new. But it is only $2.49 for the PDF. Or it says that, I think that it says in here that there is a free version on her website. If you visit, it says visit pattern website. So yeah, there is a free version available over there that you can get, so you don't have to pay anything. But the pattern itself, the PDF, is super cheap. So if you wanted to take the time to support a small business, a designer, this would be your opportunity because it's cheap. But let's see, she uses Lion Brand Comfy Cotton Blend. So it's not 100% cotton, it's blended with other stuff. I don't know if I've ever used that one, but I've heard of it. It is a DK weight. She uses a 5mm H hook, and this one is very size inclusive. She goes from extra small to 5X. The design of this is super elegant, and with one of the reasons why I chose this, not only because it's made out of cotton, but there is a lot of holes in the pattern itself, so you would get a lot of airflow. So because this one is made, it doesn't look like it's bracelet length. I'm assuming that you would call it 3/4 because it's just past the elbows. And so long sleeve in the spring/summer is going to be rough, but this pattern has holes and stuff in it, so hopefully it would be, 1, light, 2, it would have a lot of air coming through to help keep you cool, because I know me, I don't like to sweat. One of my pet peeves, I cannot stand sweating. I sweated so much growing up because I was so hot-natured. I do not want to sweat. That's me. But that's just, you know. But it is size inclusive. It says, don't be intimidated by lacy stitch patterns. The sawgrass sweater is easier than it looks. Only 3 basic stitches are used to create this beach-ready modern design. And this says, using the Lion Brand Comfy Cotton, it can take anywhere from 3 to 6 skeins depending on what size you choose. And so 6 skeins, for Lion Brand Comfy Cotton, I'm assuming it wouldn't be too much. But, I mean, compared to like if you were to use a hand-dyed yarn like this here, this was $25 a hank. So, I mean, compared to that, I'm sure it would be cheaper. And so, let's go on to the, oh no, let's read the attributes. Let's see, it says it's worked flat and seamed, so I'm assuming panels that you seam. Set in sleeves, there's texture, scoop neck, mesh, which is, like I said, the holes or whatever, the lacy style. Says that there is a photo tutorial to go along with it. So, if there's something here that is bumfuzzling you, like does me, the photo tutorial should be there to help you. So, let's go to the very last one. This one is called the Seascape Scallop Tank. Say that 3 times fast. But I think the thing that really caught me on this tank top is the fact of the ties on the shoulders. I think that is cute. I don't know if they are sewn on or if she actually tied them. So if they're actually tied, then you can tighten this up to be however you want for the top. It will say that it is cut too low on you whenever you're finished. If this is to where you actually tie the straps, then you can raise it up to be the height that you need. I love that, if that's the way it is. It is a 2020 pattern, so not new. I guess I don't pick new patterns. I just pick the ones that look nice. Knit Picks Simply Cotton Organic Sport. I've never used that, but I have used other Knit Picks yarns, and I haven't found one that I dislike yet. Sport Weight yarn, which it says it in the name. It's a sport weight. 3.75 millimeter crochet hook, which is an F. So if that is not your cup of tea, then this one will probably have to be passed. But the finished item is beautiful, so it may be worth it to you. This one is not as size inclusive, but it is, it's decent, which is extra small all the way to a 3X. And so it's not the best, but it's better than some, you know. This one looks like it would be a simple stitch. And so you may be able to change the size up to fit your need. It is written in one language, which is English. Skill level is easy, it says. Let's look at the attributes. Crocheted edging, which would be the shells on there. In the round. So it is not seamed. You crochet in the round, I guess, until you meet for the V. I don't know what swing means. There's a photo tutorial and written pattern. It is available for free, so I'm assuming you can get the PDF for free. But yeah, I really like this. I really like this shirt. This is one that I am actually considering. She's got a lot of different patterns that I love. I mean, she's got the Magnolia Sweetheart, Tied Knot Cover Up. She's got so many here that is beautiful. So, but yeah. That is the last one for this video. If you do enjoy these videos, if there is something else you would like to see, maybe one for household items or whatever you are interested in, if there's something else you want to see, don't hesitate to leave me a comment down in the comment section, and I will take it into consideration and maybe put it into another video. I always love to hear feedback from my viewers, and so something else is from the last video that we had last week. I got quite a few new subscribers, I'm assuming because of the video I had last week. And so all of you that are new, welcome. I am so glad you're here and hope that you enjoy what you see. And the ones that are returning, I'm glad you came back to watch another video of mine. I know that I get goofy sometimes and I don't know how to talk in front of a camera. I don't know if you have ever done a video before, but I'm sitting here in my back room, which is my craft room, and talking to myself in front of a camera. And so sometimes it is hard to get my words right. It's hard for me to get my words right in front of people, much less right here in front of a camera. But I do appreciate you sticking with me and hope that you will continue to stick with me, because I do have some more content that is coming up. Next week, if you stay tuned and come back next week, I have one on knitting for beginners. The 5 things that every beginner knitter really needs. Some tips maybe that I wish I would have known whenever I started knitting. And I've got one that's coming up for how to start your crocheted or knitted project, because I have a basket that I am working on that the walls won't stand up, and I've heard that you can starch all of that and make it do better. And so that is going to be one of my projects that I need to do, and I thought I would take you along for the ride. And so I do have quite a bit of content that is coming up. So if you'll stick around with me, maybe we can learn something new together. And so, yeah. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you never miss another video from Missouri Makes. And I will see you another day.